Yo, guys, stay tuned. We are talking big stuff today. We are talking the death of art by committee and its resurrection by a few select men. We're talking rest. We're talking women.
Whole bunch of good stuff.
Yeah, guys, stick around. We'll see you in a minute. Bye.
Welcome to Work Hard. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Jason.
Now this is podcasting.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Whoa! Whoa! You made it, dude. Look at you, you little overachiever. You figured out how to use your little computer, your little cell phone. You got your little thumbs going. You said, I want to hear some Work Hard. And here you are, dude. Here you are. You made it. You did it. And we did it too. I'll tell you, it's not as easy as you think. Jason and I sit down and we go, we're going to do this fast. And then we sit up here for 2 hours before we ever start recording every
and today
single
we
time.
couldn't come up with anything to talk about.
Yep, so you're going to have to suffer for that. Guys, welcome to Work Hard.
I'm actually quite uncomfortable.
You're quite uncomfortable with this? You're not ready to go?
No.
No idea where
Not
this
at
is
all
gonna
ready
go.
for this.
I'll keep it tame. Maybe.
No, I just meant as far as coming up with things to talk about that would be worth listening to.
I got it under control. I'll keep us on track, I hope. Guys, welcome to Work Hard. My name is Ethan. With me is Jason. Say what up to him, Jason.
Hey guys, how you doing today?
Hello, everyone. Guys, we don't have a plan today. We're going to try to rip it just off the dome. We had a couple topics, but they're heavy. We don't feel like
Delving into the heavy stuff
going
today.
into heavy stuff today, actually. We just want to keep it light and fun.
Give you guys a rest.
Yeah, we'll give you guys a rest from hearing my
We get a
grating.
rest, you get a rest.
Yeah, everybody gets a rest. Now,
I'm going to talk about revamped Casio watches and things.
yeah, revamped Casio watches, which is what this is. It's a revamped Casio watch. This is what they do on YouTube when they want you to refocus the light. They put it up. So
Okay.
that's something that retards on Instagram do. I have a revamped Casio watch. I think it might be one of two. A gentleman in the UK made it. It's not fancy or anything. It cost me like $100, so it's not. I'm not like bragging. It's just a watch. But this is like the quality of something you could get from Walmart. But it is cool. I do like it.
He just switches out the plates or the face plate to it, right?
Yeah. So he just takes out the watch itself,
Mm-hmm.
and then he puts a different band on it. So this is like this particular watch was never made with the stainless steel.
Gotcha.
And so he put the stainless steel on it, and then he opens up the watch itself, and it injects silicone oil into it to make the colors more vibrant.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's just a visceral change. It's not a functional. That's nothing.
Yeah.
But it is cool. It's a nice watch. It's got 2 alarms, 3 stopwatches, or a stopwatch and 3 alarms, something like that. I don't remember. A bunch of different time zones.
It's a hipster watch.
It's a hipster watch, and I like it. That's how I like to be.
Ethan rolls with the hipsters.
Yeah, as soon as things start I have a problem. As soon as 10 people in a room agree with each other, I now have to disagree. I can't like things that everybody else likes, and that's just the way that is.
You know what you're going to hate?
What's that?
Is in the movie Z. Is it called Z, the one with Brad Pitt? The zombie movie with Brad Pitt from like 10 years ago.
World War Z?
World War Z.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the Israelite nation
Yes.
policy that whenever there is unanimous agreement that one of the leaders has to disagree with the others
That's kind of sick.
and take the most unlikely position and explore it thoroughly, and that's the reason that Israel survives longer than anyone else in the movie.
Okay. Now that's
See, I've just ruined Ethan's day.
yeah. They're just so smart.
The heart of a Jew.
They're
Ethan.
just so smart. They're just so smart. Now, don't besmirch me like that.
What are you talking about? I wasn't besmirching you. It was a compliment, Ethan.
I feel complimented.
Yes. As you should.
Yeah. What I in my heart, what I want is I won't do it. I won't. I told you I was gonna keep it tame.
And here I am poking the bear.
And you know what? You are poking the bear, and that
Maybe that's what this episode is going to be.
I'm so
is just,
gracious that I'm not gonna wake up. I'm gonna stay asleep.
All right.
I'm not gonna mention.
We'll see if you can keep that up for an hour.
Yeah, we'll see.
Test the limits.
Depends
of
on how
Ethan's
big your
patience.
stick gets. Yeah. Guys, welcome to Work Hard. We're excited to have you here. I do have a couple things I want to talk about. I've been playing Halo 2.
Yeah.
And
classic.
There was a time when you could feel the passion in the things, in the art that you were engaging with.
Yeah.
And I know Halo 2 is, it's got electric guitar and there's Master Chief, whatever. The passion that these people had for what they were doing elevates it to art.
If you watch the making of, like
yes,
what is it? What is it
Yeah,
called?
yeah,
But you
yeah.
watch the makers, the guys who wrote the story,
Yeah.
how
Well,
they
if
pulled
you
from
got-
like Aliens to get the whole aesthetic of the whole United States Marine, or not United States, but the what is it? What do they call it?
The USNC?
USNC.
UNSC? United Nations Space Corps?
Space Corps. Okay.
Yeah. Or the it's UNSC.
Whatever it is, it's
Yeah.
the globalist
Yeah.
Marine Corps in
Yeah.
space.
Yeah.
Yeah, but their ships and the Marines in space are totally pulled, and the blocky weapons and everything is all pulled straight out of Aliens.
Yeah. It's so sick, dude.
Even the Black Sergeant with the cigar chomping Black Sergeant. Awesome.
Yeah. Sarge is, dude.
Did they ever give him a name?
When he brings he's got a name. I don't know what it is. He brings the.
It's Johnson, I think.
Yeah, it is Johnson. He brings Chief and Cortana a tank early on in the game when you're on Earth and you have to go over a bridge.
Yeah.
And he drops off the tank, and Cortana goes, "Wow, thanks, Johnson." Whatever she said, talking about the Chief, she goes, "He never gets me anything." And Johnson racks this 50 cal and goes, "Oh, I know what the ladies like," and then flies away, dude. It's so good, bro. It's so good. You want to get chills? You want to get pumped?
They had
up?
so much fun making that.
Bro, so much fun. There's a video of them figuring out the theme song for Halo 2 where they do the air guitar.
Okay.
Or not the air guitar. They do the electric guitar. The video is insane.
Okay, cool.
Just having the guy sit there and listen with the guitar, and he's just like, wow, now, like just hits the dude. Oh my gosh. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Do you know I sometimes do the Halo theme music while I'm brushing my kids' teeth?
Oh really?
I'm like, as I'm brushing to the rhythm really fast.
Dude, that's very good.
My son has no idea what I'm doing.
Bro, just get
Just
a little.
being a weird dad. Are you gonna get this copyright infringed?
I don't know when the guitar comes in. I think it's almost immediately. It's so, listen to this.
Well, I do this part too. I'm like, oh, because I'm telling them to go off. That's where it came from. And the drum, yes.
Dude. Bro, come on. Let's go, dude.
Tell me you have not been more excited for a video game in your entire life.
Dude, when
was the last time in the last 10 years that you've been that excited to run into battle in a video game?
Yes, dude. You just come in flinging grenades. You're going, dude. Oh my gosh. And the level design is so perfect.
And then you're like, blah!
Yeah. Yeah. Immediately hit in the face. Yeah.
Yeah. What, from a grunt, really?
Yeah. You're just getting poked at with a plasma pistol. The before people were so cynical that they couldn't. They were too focused on being different, on being cool, on setting themselves apart, whatever, on expressing themselves. Right? That's the death of art, is thinking that art is about expressing yourself.
It's about robbing all your favorite things blind and mashing them together in something that does eventually resemble something new.
Art is about clawing beauty from the ether and making people, edifying them in a spiritual way that's abstract and less tangible than teaching them something. That's what art is about. Art is about communicating ideas that you can't teach. Art is about escapism. The world is a dark place. Why would you not want to escape from it for a second? And if while you've escaped from it, you can learn something. So escapism is valuable. It's not art. Escapism is not negated. Art is not negated by escapism. I'm not saying that they're the same thing. Obviously, there's art and escapism can be separate. And most of the time, great art isn't escapism. But escapism is absolutely a part of art and can be a reason why art exists.
And escapism you're defining as just immersing yourself in another world?
Yeah, like if you think about Lord of the Rings, think about how detailed Tolkien is with his detailed about his detail. Think about how detailed he is when he's discussing the environments around him, describing things. Like most of the book, it feels like, it's like him ad nauseum being like, and then the vast sweeping thing went over here and it was green for a mile, and then for another 2 miles it was rock, and then there was mountains, and one of the mountains was gray and one of the mountains was yellowish gray.
Yeah.
And that he's doing that to pull your mind out of your life and put it in the book.
Okay, so you can experience it. You can be immersed.
Right. And if you have these moments of intense, just the moments of intensity in your life, if you're a normal person, you're going to have whole episodes of your life that are very hard and stressful. Yeah, maybe they're not hard, but they're stressful. Maybe they're fun, but stressful or whatever. And your nervous system has to shift gears down eventually. And even just for a few minutes, but it's important to do that. And so offering people a wholesome place to escape to is absolutely art.
Okay.
See,
when I hear the word escapism, I think, right or wrong, of the idea of just escaping the world and trying to shut it out.
Yeah.
To a bad degree. Not just enjoying a good piece of art fully immersed. I like the immersion.
Yeah.
Vocabulary better, I guess, because escapism to me means that you are leaving your life behind and going, I don't want to deal with this because it's so stressful, or I don't like it, it's not comfortable, and I'm uncomfortable with dealing with things like that, so I'm going to therefore remove myself from it, kind of like Ready Player One, where the world sucks, and so they're like, well, I'm just going to spend as much time as possible in this fakeness.
Yeah.
Such that I make it my new reality. I think that's damaging.
I think escapism falls in the same category as everything else, which
everything
is
in moderation.
Everything in moderation. Like I think escapism has a unique ability to offer rest for the mind.
Okay.
But
so similar to maybe just going off in the woods and meditating, walking,
taking
a walk.
To me,
okay.
How is that not the same as a moderate amount of escapism?
I suppose because you're spending time in God's creation, and so.
I mean, is a book not God's creation? Maybe it's a derivative because God's creation
created
be
a derivative,
it,
yes.
but it's still well within the confines of God's creation.
Everything is necessarily a derivative of God's creation.
Yeah.
Or of sin nature, I suppose. It could be the corruption of that.
Yeah.
And so escapism to that unhealthy place, of course, is unhealthy.
Right. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So I think escapism can be taken too far.
Sure.
Certainly.
As a neglect of your duties. To the point that you're neglecting your duties,
right?
That's harmful escapism. But at least just taking a break and saying, I'm going to enjoy.
For the sake of my effectiveness in the future.
I'm going to take myself out of this and enjoy it, because sitting here in my own mind, all I can do is my mind is racing with all the things that are not going well according to my metrics.
Yeah.
According to my human metrics.
One thing I think that's important for people to know is that escapism to that degree, the healthy version of escapism is not about giving your mind a rest. It's about giving your physical body a rest. It's about giving your nervous system a rest from not having this assault of thoughts and feelings at all times. It's about letting your nervous system chill and recalibrate and relax for a second so that it can reassess and re-engage those stressful things with the same effectiveness that it had 4 hours ago or last week or whatever.
Right.
So
A recharging of the batteries.
Yeah. It's very strange because it in my experience, rest operates in reverse of what you would think it operates in. So you're not giving your mind a rest when you're reading. You're giving your body a rest. You're not giving your body a rest when you're camping or taking a walk or whatever. You're giving your mind a rest.
Right.
And so it's like the physical, like...
And that's why they say a change is as good as a rest.
Yeah.
Because if you are physically exhausted, if you work a very physical job, your way of resting is not going to be necessarily taking a walk.
Right.
Because you've been on your feet all day.
Right.
You've been carrying things, lifting things. And so doing a physical activity is not good for you. But on the other flip side, if you are if you have a very sedentary job, office worker, whatever, in front of screens all day, your way of resting is not going to be, should not be, to get in front of a video game and then, or a movie, or just any kind of veg.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. But
it would be more restful in a lot of ways for you to go out and walk and say, I'm going to take a change of pace.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think all that to say, art ultimately is good. Okay, it's not bad. I think there's exceptions to that. Obviously, tragedy can be a beautiful thing that can help people, can help scrape naivete off of people's ego and allow them to engage the world more realistically. But they're like no one needs to worry about writing tragedy. No one's good enough to do it. That's what you should consider functionally. Like Shakespeare was good at it. There are a couple people that were good at it. You get one every 100 years who's good at it.
Okay, gotcha.
But it's
very difficult.
That's a scalpel, and it needs a surgeon to use it. Like I'm not ever going. You'll never see me write tragedy. I'm not good enough to do that. I'll never be good enough to do that,
Gotcha.
and no one I know living right now is good enough to do that. Cormac McCarthy. People seem to think he is, but I've never read a Cormac McCarthy book. Like Blood Meridian was extremely dark to me. It did not seem good. No Country for Old Men, just dark. I don't think that I don't think people should be reading.
I don't know if that's
No Country for Old
I mean,
Men. It's just dark. It's just darkness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, to me, the only way you can capture, in an edifying way, you can capture the darkness of the human soul is either having it, watching it play out on screen or in a book and have it be vanquished by the light in a heroic journey, or having that darkness consume everyone in a tragic way. And maybe Cormac McCarthy's not a tragedy by technical literary terms or whatever,
okay.
but it's still aiming to do the same thing, in that it's still aiming to present the darkness of the human soul to people. It's just there's I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about this with Cormac McCarthy maybe here's what I'll say. I am biased because Game of Thrones exists, and because I've seen the show Billions, or not Billions, the show, what's the one? Not Billions, but the other one, Inheritance, or not Inheritance, but it's something you guys, it's got, oh my goodness, there's a chain of people I could have you look up to tell me what this is,
okay.
but it would take too much time. Oh my gosh, I can't remember the name of the show. Whatever.
It's cut it out if you want to look it up. It's going to bother you.
Nah, it's not going to bother me. People, they'll get it. They'll get it. It's just it's a show about this family it's fictionalized, but it's like basically like the it's not the same network, it's whatever, but the concept is it's supposed to be the guy who started Fox News or Disney, one of the two, I don't remember which.
Okay.
And he, they're just ultra rich, and he's dying, and they have to, the family, his kids are competing over who's going to run the company once he's gone.
Gotcha.
And there's no redemption at the end of the story. It just ends in the worst possible way. And not the worst possible way, but one that's as bad as the writers are comfortable writing without thinking that they're going to get dragged for it. And I just see so much of that. There's so much of that race to the bottom, which we've talked about before. I think the episode is actually called Race to the Bottom.
Yeah, go check it out. We talk about modern art and media and how bleak it is.
Yeah, despicable and bleak it is. I've just been so terrorized by that that maybe I'm just biased against any darkness in media, and so I just don't want to see it at all. So maybe I'm totally wrong about this Cormac McCarthy take. Maybe that's stupid. Like now that I say it out loud, I'm like, I don't know if I actually believe that. But the Cormac McCarthy thing, not that I think I'm wrong about it. So here's what I can say though. Art, again, is supposed to be reflecting the divinity of God. It is supposed to be a retelling of the gospel story. It is supposed to be elevating. Art is supposed to lift you up. Your soul should be in a better position now after seeing it than it was before seeing it. That's what art is supposed to do. It's not about expressing yourself. It's not about having people understand you. Kanye West has
about covering yourself in paint while you're naked and roll around on canvas.
Yeah. Or the guy that covers his head in clay and turns his head into like that, those like creatures. That guy should be hit with sticks. Kanye West has a lot of great quotes, but one of them is, he wants to be forgotten.
Oh, really?
He wants to be forgotten. He wants his art to be so good that people, and it won't be, Kanye West is not a prolific, like, generational artist, but he's making songs about girls' butts. But so it's funny for him to say that. But he talks about how ubiquitous the stop sign is. Everyone knows what a stop sign, but do you know who designed it?
Yeah.
Everyone knows. I'm trying to think of
who invented the paperclip or whatever.
The paperclip is the most manufactured thing ever made. I don't know who invented the paperclip.
Yeah.
And maybe you're thinking, well, I know who it is. Great, you do, but no one else does.
Yeah, it's not a wide. Nobody goes, oh yeah, it was so and so.
Yeah.
John McCarthy did.
Yeah, exactly. So, like art is actually the opposite of self-expression. True art is the opposite of self-expression. People, when they see it, they should not even. It should be so profound when they see it that they forget that even a human may have made it.
That's tough.
Like it's
high stakes.
Yeah, and that's why most people, like, nothing I'll ever do or you and I are ever going to do together is going to be that good.
Yeah, that level of art.
Yeah, but the people who created the best art in the world will be forgotten, and their art will stand the test of time. What they created will stand the test of time. People will recognize the silhouettes and the styles and the things that they left, but their names will be forgotten, which is again the opposite of self-expression. No one understands you because they don't know that you exist or have ever existed. And so taking that back to Halo, you have these.
We could call that a full circle or a ring or something.
Yeah, a little bit. I think Trump calls it the weave.
Because there's rings in Halo.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. There we go, baby. All right, now we're cooking, dude. This is a great episode, dude. Now we're podcasting.
Yeah.
In Halo 2, there are so many times where you walk through a hallway and it opens up to what is obviously an arena.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, baby, it's on. And then you get to die a bunch and figure out how to beat it and walk through and beat it several times in different ways. And but it's obviously arena, and it's designed to be played in a fun way. Not that it would make sense in an architectural style if it was really the courtyard of a building or whatever, or like a street. And this is really what it wouldn't really be that there's like cover here. That would only make sense if you were making an arena for fighting.
Yeah.
Not if you were having people live here. Yeah. And that
there's a lot of pillars in Halo.
There's a lot of pillars in Halo. There's a lot of just like a
big
box.
Rocks.
Yeah, big rocks. Yeah. They don't make any sense. Yeah, and that and like 343, the like if you play like Halo 4, and I think they made Halo Reach, which was okay, but like the campaign is not, the level design is not as elegant and as fun and as intuitive as Bungie's
2,
Halo 2, 3, and 1, like as Bungie's work. It's not as elegant. It's not as well. It's not as playable. It's not as good. And a part of that is because these people have become so cynical that they're concerned with realism and like, dude, bro, we are playing 100 years in the future, a man in a green suit who caves in alien skulls with a punch. Like, let's have some fun. How about we have some fun? How about that? Oh, the rocket launcher, when you get it, it's too strong in multiplayer, whatever. Yeah, because it's fun.
Yeah.
Let's have some fun.
Well, we're dealing with that. We're butting up against realism when we're writing.
Yes.
Because we're writing some comedy. And the trick is, how much realism do we have to have so that people don't go, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But at the same time, still have some fun.
Right.
Because
fun.
if everything's totally realistic, you're just watching people have normal everyday life, and that's not entertaining.
Yeah, it's not what it's for.
Not comedy.
It's not what it's for. Yeah, and so I think like that's why I have this theory, and this is maybe another way we can take this conversation, which is more fun. I have this theory that sometime shortly after 9/11, culture froze. And that's why we had this almost 30-year period where we keep hearkening back. So like hipsters came after 9/11, right? Early 2000s, hipsters started coming around. And what are they? They're back to the I got my suspenders on and a big twirly mustache and a top hat. And it's like it's like Peaky Blinders, And then we fast forward a little bit, and then it's like, now the 80s are cool, and then we had a few years there where the 90s are cool, and now it's like the early 2000s, but it's like we've caught back up. So we've culture is frozen. We're in stuck culture is what this guy on Twitter calls it. Paul Scalise, I think is his name. Stuck culture. It's not moving forward. We can only look back. We can only repeat whatever. And now we've gotten back up. We've caught back up to when culture froze.
Okay.
And I remember for the last 10 years very distinctly getting sad because I couldn't find music. I'd be in my car trying to listen to something, and I just couldn't find anything because everything sucked. And now
it's all just rehashed.
Yeah,
old stuff.
You just played out, and it's like, oh, it's a female vocalist. I can't tell the difference between, like, I don't know the difference between Dua Lipa and like Charlie XCX. When I hear a Charlie XCX song, it's the exact same song as Chappelle Roan or whatever that girl's name is. She sounds the same. The song is the exact same. I cannot discern the difference between the two of them, and that's not my age. I've thought that for 10 years for whatever pop diva came before them. I've thought that the entire time. When I was 22,
just a bunch of clones.
Yeah, when I was 22, I had that thought. And so we've been in this like frozen state of culture. Everybody knows we've been in this decline, whatever. And I think we're coming out of the decline. And this is another part of my theory is that everybody has this idea that this big thing is coming, and the technocracy is going to come, and they're going to close the bear trap is going to close, and we're all going to be in this technocratic state where no one's free and there's, death everywhere and whatever. My suggestion to you is that we're in it. We've been in it. I just mentioned to Jason, this is a fact. This is true. You can look this up. 1/4 of Gen Z in America has been genocided via abortion. Name a more murderous regime than that. America is in its final stage of evil totalitarian government. We're here. People are dying in their tens of millions. Now they're just unborn, and we do it in a clinical setting that's removed from everyone.
Yeah.
And so it's not seen, but it's no less evil. In my opinion, that makes it more evil because it's even
under
harder.
wraps, and it's in secret.
Yeah.
And the terms used are made to make it sound necessary,
Yeah. Make it
clean,
clean, and
ethical.
Yeah, ethical. Yeah.
Yeah, that wonderful word.
That
ethical.
wonderful word, ethical, is a great way to get around morality without feeling bad. So culture, I think, has been stuck forever, and as well as everything else. Everyone's been stuck. You can't buy a house, whatever. But we've hashed this stuff a million times over. I think we're coming out of it. I've said before, I think that there's going to be one kind of final trigger pull here where things go south, really, really south, and people have to pay. The piper has to finally be paid. But I think you can look everywhere at young people, at 22-year-old guys. What are they doing? And they're making really good music. Like, the music is really cool.
Oh, yeah.
And I scroll Instagram and I get music ads all the time, and it's just every song is a banger. The movies that are coming out are not that bad anymore. There's still the legacy guys. You have Seth Rogen making movies, and everybody knows Seth Rogen movies suck, but his first couple movies in the early 2000s, they weren't that bad. They're kind of funny.
Pretty funny.
Yeah. And they sucked after that. But
I mean, we're talking like Superbad and Pineapple Express are almost kind of classics now.
Yeah, they're kind of funny. They're pretty funny movies.
They are funny. They are crass, and we're not recommending them necessarily. But there is there's a lot of humor to them. They're definitely comedic.
Yeah, to say that they're
cutting edge at the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I was just watching something on Superbad. Somebody was talking about why Superbad was so good and why you can't remake it now. Is because it portrays teenage boys acting as teenage boys do, which is that without a lot of thought as to who they're offending.
Yeah,
and they say offensive things amongst each other. They're cruel to one another.
Right.
Like, it's brutal being a teenage boy. And it portrayed that.
Yeah.
And the only thing they're thinking of is how to get laid.
Yeah.
Or how to get booze. Or whether they're very short-sighted.
Yeah.
And they're not thinking about how these decisions are going to affect them down. So they're not trying to teach you anything with the movie.
Right.
They're not trying to teach you a better moral. They're just portraying an exaggerated, a cartoonist version, like with the big expanded forehead and like a giant nose and everything. They blew the characteristics out of proportion to be funny.
Yeah.
But everyone can still recognize the caricature of teenage boys in it, and it's relatable.
Yeah.
And so it worked.
Yeah.
But you don't see that being done anymore, because then it's seen as like a moral stamp of approval of the makers of the movie that this is good and right.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to take that flack.
Yeah, not at all. And, I mean, least of all, the people want to, have young boys be depicted generally. Have teenage boys be depicted generally, because that's bad. Because teenage boys are evil, so we just can't.
Gotcha. As proved by Superbad.
As proved by Superbad, look no further. So
we've done the research.
We have actually done the research. Yes, I've done a lot of that research. I'm actually, here's the point. The Passion Project is back, baby. People doing things not to be cool, but because they have to, because they must, is back. The committee, the bureaucracy that was established over media has been usurped by the internet, by the fact that it's going to cost us like a few grand to make our sitcom. And it's going to be as well produced as you and I are capable of producing.
Right.
But it's not going to be crap, I hope. But
we're sure hoping.
Yeah, we're sure hoping.
We're having a blast writing it.
Yeah, but I mean, you can to say better examples.
We're putting everything we have into it.
Yeah, we're putting everything we have into it, and to make better examples, or to have better examples, you have people out there who are doing it right now, and it is good, and they're just putting it out on YouTube, and it's a full blown sitcom that's funny,
right?
Or skit shows that are funny, that are good, and
that are not SNL and not.
Yeah, and it's just them.
Yeah,
There's
them and their
nobody.
friends.
Yeah, there's nobody stamping approval on it.
Big
There's nobody-
studio behind it.
Yeah, and those kids are doing it not because it's cool to do it or whatever. They're doing it because they have to.
Because there wasn't anything for them to watch.
Yeah,
It was like that.
Yeah, they were compelled by their souls to make what they're making, and I think that that's extremely important. That's just extremely important, because you get things like Halo 2. You know, you get these beautiful, profound passion projects, and if somebody pours passion like that into something, real passion, and I don't mean like the message I don't mean is like anybody can do whatever they want as long as you care and love it enough, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I'm talking real, serious working man's passion. This must be made or I will die. Like, I have to do this lest I be swallowed by a whale. Like, that kind of passion being put into something, people will engage with it and it will awaken their passion. Like, people love Halo because of how much the makers love Halo.
Yeah.
And
You can feel it.
yeah, you can feel it, dude. When he's going, like, you've got all these nerds making games or whatever, but they just know what's cool because they care and they love it. And
Because they're making something they want to play.
yeah.
They're not going, let's look at the numbers
Yeah.
and let's see what people are buying right now.
Yeah, and what is going to work and what's not going to work and
How do we
analytics.
do this test with demographics?
We've got 17 women that are going to make a decision about whether or not we can put this girl in here, and there's all these, and there's, I designed a character, I'm going to submit it. Oh, well, we have to have product and marketing take a look so that they can quantify and make sure that it'll go well with it. No, they said, I want Master Chief. Give Cortana a nice ass. Let's make this game. Dude, level 1.
Nerds made it.
Yeah, at the end of level 1, when you kill all the Covenant, you get to the end of the ship, and there's the bomb. You're trying to stop the bomb, and they're like, "Oh, what are we gonna do?" Blah blah blah. And Master Chief is like, "Sir, permission to leave the ship." And the guy's like, "Why?" And he's like, "To give the Covenant back their bomb." And he's just like, "Permission granted." And then he just and flies through space with the bomb. And she's like, as they're leaving, as they're getting ready to go, Cortana goes, "What if you miss?" And he goes, "I won't." And they just fly in and blow up a whole ship with a bomb. Dude, it's electric. That's electric, bro. That is powerful. There's nothing like that. There's nothing like that. Like the people like to smash on like the old, like on Marvel movies generally speaking, but I'll die on the hill that the old ones were really, really good, dude. Like when Captain America is in a fight or whatever and things are going south and he stands up, he's all bloody, whatever, and he gets the boxing stance and he goes, "I could do this all day." Yeah. You're just like, yeah! Like it feels so good, bro. And when they have to go back in time and he has to fight himself, Captain America has to fight himself, and they're fighting or whatever, and it's just super hard. And the early time Captain America gets up, and he's like, "I could do this all day." And main character Captain America goes, "Yeah, I know." It's so funny, dude. It's so good, man. And it's not that people lost the capacity to make that. I think that's kind of the pessimism that people have that I see, is that we've lost the capacity to just make fun art, to make things that are just fun and good, or to just make things that are good, not even necessarily fun, but just to make things that are like really beautiful. And it's not that people have lost that capacity. It's that we have built these feminine bureaucracies, these committees. There's not a guy just going, do it. It sounds good to me. Like, let's give him a shot.
You want to elaborate what you mean by feminine bureaucracies?
There is, for those of you who have wives, for those of you who have girlfriends, everybody knows it's a meme. Everybody talks about it all the time. What do you want to get for dinner? What do you want to go eat? I don't know. Let's go to this. I don't like that. How about this? I don't want that. Whatever. Try to ask a woman to make a decision. Okay? Now, you might say, "Ethan, What girls can make decisions, whatever. Yada yada yada.
I know a woman.
I know a woman who makes decisions great. Fantastic. I'm glad. Go work for her. It's a meme, all right? Let's stop pretending. Let's stop acting like we don't all know that asking girls to make a decision is unfair to girls. All right? Can we quit pretending like that's the case? Because you're pretending. I've pretended in the past. We've all pretended, all right? But it's a meme, and when it's fun and light and it has no real social implications like the getting your girlfriend to tell you what she wants to eat for dinner meme, then it's fine. We can acknowledge it. It's light, whatever. But when it gets serious,
Yeah.
voting, parental decisions, all kinds of stuff, whatever. Now,
So much for keeping this episode light and funny.
whatever. It's light. This is light. So what do I mean by feminine? I mean, in general, this is not even like a girl thing. Making decisions is scary for everyone. For everyone, making decisions is scary. Because consequences come with decisions, and sometimes those consequences are not great. But if you raise testosterone in a person, we've talked about this study, you can look it up, this is real. If you raise testosterone in men, they become far more decisive. They care way less what people think about them. They are far more concerned with what they think is right. So if you raise their testosterone, men get more moral, and they will make decisions, and they will not care what other people think or even what the consequences are. They will do what they think is right. So it is, you alleviate stress from your wife. I've done this with my wife. She loves it. Those of you who go to church with us, go ask her what she thinks about how we make decisions about going on a date. I go, we're going on a date. We're going Thursday, and this is where we're going. And she goes, okay.
Awesome.
Great.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So exciting.
I just want to go on the date.
Yeah. I just want to spend time with you. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know my wife all the time. Like, what would you like to watch? Yeah.
I just want to sit next to you.
Yeah, I just want to sit and cuddle.
Yeah.
As long as it's not something, whatever.
Gross. Yeah.
I don't want to watch anything sad tonight. Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a I'll
Right.
make decisions within the boundary.
Right. And
Do you want Mexican, Italian?
right. Yeah. And so
I'm feeling more Italian. Cool. We'll go.
the point of the committee is just to say that it is people, not just women, but people of all stripes who are unwilling to make decisions by themselves and bear the full weight of the consequences of that decision.
Yeah.
And so if you have a piece of media, you have a script, you have a video game, whatever, somebody comes to you and they want to make something, if you make the decision by committee, then if you approve it or disapprove it, it doesn't matter, because no matter what happens, you can't get in trouble because the whole team made the decision.
Yeah. It's no one person's failure.
Right. No one person's failure. The whole team, we did it together. We failed together. We succeed together, whatever. All that stuff. Trash. Listen, Eric Prince has this. Eric Prince is the CEO, or was the CEO of Blackwater, which was the private military contractor that was very prominent in the news during the Iraq War. Eric Prince is a good guy. Like every good man, made some bad decisions, but good guy. He's got this bit that he goes on one of these podcasts about the power of a few select men. If you just take a few guys, 2 or 3, you pick them and you say, you do it. You have the power, you make the decisions, you get it done. And then they, without fear, go out and put the thing out into the world. You get Mustangs, you get Halo, you get amazing art, you get skyscrapers that defy physics, you get all kinds of crazy stuff. Now you get failures, you get bunks, people die, people get hurt, people lose money. And that's just the way that the world works. The committee does not negate that, by the way. The committee does not negate the loss of life. The committee does not negate the loss of money. The committee does not negate the loss. It negates people's ability to hold anyone accountable. That's what it negates. So we did not lose the capacity to create great things, to innovate and to inspire and to make amazing art. We did not lose that capacity. We did not lose people with imagination. I see all the time on the internet about public school and IQ points going down and whatever, and dregs of people who are just looking at TikTok, whatever. There's always been a peasant class. There has always been toothless, window-licking retards whose job it is to shovel crap. That's it. That has always existed, and it has existed in the exact proportion that it exists now. All right? It's always been a large percentage of the population that just walks around breathing air and eating food and contributing almost nothing. They're like, at best, break even on what they contribute back to the world. And that's fine. Those people live their lives. They're human. They deserve our love. In many cases, they're worthwhile people. They're funny. They have warm, loving lives full of family and memories, and they have human existences that are worth living. I'm not saying that those people...
As window lickers?
As window lickers. Listen, some windows taste good, all right? Sometimes you don't need all of your teeth. Sometimes you do have to just put that dishwasher in your front yard and leave it there for 20 years. Sometimes that's just how it has to be. I don't make the rules. The exact same proportion of people that are creative and generative and industrious exist in comparison to all time. All right. We have not lost creativity. We have not lost our power to do these things. We have just been subject to the tyranny of the bureaucracy because people have become too scared to make decisions. And that is largely, I'm sorry. The truth is, what happened? Why did people become that way? Because we let women into the office. I'm sorry. That's the way that it is. I don't make the rules. I don't make that decision. It's just the reality. What changed? The position women hold in society changed. That's what changed. And people, and listen, you may hear that and go, oh, that's shocking. That's crazy. You shouldn't say that. I disagree with that. Well, how could you say something like that? It's not, I'm not the only one, baby. You're going to have to make some adjustments because it's coming. I'm pretty conservative on this topic compared to what's coming. You pull 25-year-olds, 20-year-old kids, 20-year-old guys who don't think women should be allowed to vote, 20-year-old guys who think it's funny that Muslims cover their women in burlap sacks. Like, it's going to get a lot worse than me, okay? And that's your doing, not mine, all right? That's your fault. You put people in this situation. We are getting art back. Art is coming back. Market forces are unstoppable. The committees have been crushed by the weight of their own inactivity, their own indecisiveness. Just because you're...
People got tired of waiting.
People got tired of waiting. And just because just because no one above you can get you in trouble for making the wrong decision doesn't mean you didn't make the wrong decision, and it doesn't mean those consequences still existed, which means that your company is going to go bankrupt because it can't make any money because you all keep making wrong decisions. And you take too long to make those decisions. You don't move fast enough. And in your fear, you go, well, that's not whatever. And like Jason mentioned, you've got marketing, you've got numbers, you've got product teams, you've got all this analytics.
Analysis paralysis.
Yeah, analysis paralysis.
Go back and listen to our episode just a few weeks ago about decision making.
Yeah. Even if you are making decisions quickly as a committee, you cannot quantify humanity. You cannot quantify the human condition. You cannot turn art into numbers. Art is abstract beyond human comprehension. It is an intuitive, spiritual endeavor. It is not to be synthesized. It is not to be fabricated. It is not to be automated. It is something that will forever stay in the realm of the intuitive and the passionate.
You can't lab grow live meat.
You cannot lab grow live meat, and people are gonna know that it's lab grown.
Yeah.
They're gonna see it and they're gonna go, is this glued together? Why is this glued together? And I'm sorry, that's just that is just the way that it is. And how do I know that it's the way that it is? Well, everyone who's running committee-style companies are losing in the art world, and everyone who's low to the ground one or two guys making decisions, and they're just getting stuff made, they're all making money. Hollywood's dead. That's not me. That's by the numbers. That's by people involved in Hollywood. Everyone knows Hollywood is dead. It's over. The future is these low to the ground, cheap productions, and they have to be cheap because if you get them expensive, then the way everybody wants to do it is by committee, and so it's whatever.
Because everyone has their money involved.
Everyone
so
has
unless you have some individual involved person who is also an artist.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at
somebody with money commissions something and says, "Go nuts."
Yeah, I know.
I have no part in it. Just, I trust you with your vision. Make something great.
Yeah, I beat this drum to death, but the Sam Hyde thing. Sam Hyde had somebody give him $1 million to make the second season of his Adult Swim show.
Okay.
So he had the money. He had like the big funding.
Yeah.
And they made it, and it is phenomenal. I can't necessarily in good faith recommend that people go watch it, but I know what I'm getting into when I watch it. I guard my heart. It's very good, and they made a lot of money on it. They're already getting ready for the season 3. So you're gonna that is the future. That is the future of art, is people coming in and making it themselves, getting money to make it themselves without input. And in 20 years, the people who are making it the best are going to remake these studios, and the cycle will repeat.
Yeah, they'll get Fat Cat eventually.
Yeah.
No, Andy Wilson had a good. It was probably a couple months ago now, that they had a podcast episode on SASFs, on Stories Are Soul Food.
Yeah.
About how you can't produce art with money. You can't just throw money at the wall to make art.
Right. Yeah.
You can't commission, or you can't. No, commission wasn't the right word. I don't remember their phrasing, but it was basically the same idea, that you just can't make it happen through sheer finances.
Right. Yeah. It's just not. Yeah. It has to be
organic.
It has to be organic and inspired. It has to grow like a tree. It cannot be created like a car. The world as it is bleak and tough, and there are things in it that suck, and there are things in it that don't suck. But one of the great things in this world is really good stories and really good mediums, like well-made video games, well-made movies, well-written books.
Mm-hmm.
The age of the bureaucrat, of the dork, the age of the woman is over. The time of the artist, of the jock, the time of passion has come. The time of the entrepreneur has come. And it is not internet racists. It is not right wingers. There's no body of people that are bringing that on. It's not an invasion or anything. It is the market itself. It is reality itself that is bringing that about. There has to be balance in the world.
There's a void that has to be filled.
Yes, there's a void that has to be filled.
Nature abhors a vacuum.
Nature does abhor a vacuum. Yes.
It's going to be filled.
It's going to be filled. And
oh boy.
And you can either participate in that and get on board, or you can lament it and die. Those are your options. There's a void in authority right now. There's a void in
true authority and leadership.
Yeah, true authority and leadership. There's a void in information. No one knows what's true. No one can hope to know what's true.
That's so muddled.
It's so muddled.
We were talking about that before the show.
Yeah, we were.
A lot of the things that we talk about can't be quantified or proven necessarily, and the things that we rail against are not because we want to rail against something.
Right.
We feel that we are in this position because the authorities that be have abdicated.
Yeah.
They've blown it and shown their hand in a way that they seek power and control above the good of the people.
Yeah.
And enough of the people in increasing amounts are turning and demanding something different.
Right.
And it's messy and it's ugly and people are getting hurt. And it's not what we want.
Yeah, no, not
We
at all.
seek peace.
Yeah.
Even if it doesn't sound like it. What we would actually like is for this podcast not to have to exist.
That's preferred.
It would be great if
Yeah,
we
and
didn't feel the need to have work hard.
Yeah, and here's one of the things that it's like okay.
No soldier wants to be in war.
If I could trade being at peace, I don't do that. I can't speak for Jason. I don't do this because I want to necessarily. I want to do this because if I don't, I can't sleep. I cannot sleep. I do this
Because you weren't able to sleep
I do this because I wasn't able to sleep. I wasn't sleeping
until you started work hard.
until I started work hard, and it abated a little bit, and the despair and anxiety and dread went away a little bit, but I still wasn't consistent enough with it. So when I brought Jason on and he whipped us into shape and got us a consistent schedule and got us where we needed to be, all of a sudden I could sleep. If I stopped doing this, suicide is not a bad option compared to what I would experience otherwise in perpetuity. I do this because I have to. Goodmans will exist not because Jason and I, we want to be famous, we want to be what. Goodmans will exist because I have to make it exist. If I don't, it must exist lest I be swallowed by a whale. So, to those who would say, it's what you're doing, I'm not hearing you. Bounces right off me. I don't care. I don't have a choice. And I personally believe that's where art comes from. That's what happens when you...
It's certainly not from the financial intake, this podcast.
Certainly not. No.
There's no committee who would approve this podcast for another season.
No.
After last year's numbers.
No, not at all.
You're like, well, that's a nice run, boys. Not real nice.
Yeah, not great.
You should find something else to do.
Yeah. I'll give you an example. So I've talked about Marvel Rivals, the video game.
Yeah.
It's the game itself is really good, really fun. But the Chinese mind is an analytical device, and they find it very hard to not be Chinese, and so they can't. They have a product team and they have a marketing team and they have all this analytical research. They do whatever, and they've come to the conclusion that using an alternative matchmaking system from the organic one that exists that evolved out of the chess world, the ELO system, they use this matchmaking system. They've now claimed that it's not EOMM, whatever.
Yeah.
We've talked, Google it if you care. It doesn't matter. They've claimed that it's not this thing. It very clearly is. Or if it's not this thing, then they have something else that's working that doesn't actually function. And so they've come out and they've said they've gone to these conferences and talked about their great matchmaking system and look at all these numbers that prove that it works and people are engaged more and they play the game more and everything.
Because their only metric is engagement.
Look at our numbers. Our numbers are fantastic.
Which is the same
Here's
metric.
Here's a number for you.
It's the same metric you use when you're rage baiting.
Yeah, exactly.
I got engagement.
I got
so
engagement.
It must be
People
good.
are playing. Yeah.
People are angry.
Here's
lots
a really
of
fun.
Dislikes.
Yeah, lots of Yeah. People are paying attention. Here's a great metric for you for the people at NetEase to use. Go to your Steam charts. See how many. Watch the directly flat line down of players over time. Okay, they have
of Marvel Rivals
all the data in the world. Okay, this is a Chinese company. with the most they have no moral qualms with being intrusive, about spying on you, about collecting this information. They have no issue with any of this. They don't care. They have all the information you could ever want, all the quantifiable numbers you could ever want, and they are optimizing their system based off of those numbers. And you know what's happening? The game is dying. People are playing it less and less and less every week. Every week.
Because it's not a passion project.
It's not good. You built this thing that seems to be a passion project from someone, and then you put all these quantifiable, synthetic, robotic systems on top of it that everyone hates.
That crushes it.
Yeah, that crushes it and gets rid of it. And I uninstalled it from my computer. I won't play it again until they come out and say, listen, we were clearly wrong. We're going to have to rotate here and go back to do it the old way. Do it the way that, like, League of Legends is one of the biggest multiplayer games on the planet.
Yeah.
It has a very organic system. At the beginning of every season, you play like 5 or 10 matches to decide, and then it decides where you need to be placed in the rankings.
Yeah.
It puts you there, and then you have a very simple system, an ELO system. And it just matches you up against people who are of your same skill set or have the same
challenging,
ranking.
but not crushing you, and you're not murdering everybody.
Right, you're not murdering everybody, but if you start to win more games, then it bumps
You get bumped up.
you bump your ELO up. Right? This is not the system that Rivals has. They claim that they have something similar to that. It's very clearly not the case. If you break down match results and like actually look at the numbers, it's not the same. And so they think that they're going to win with numbers. They think they're going to win with this committee-led, analytic, product-driven. Wrong.
It's grassroots, baby.
It's grassroots, baby. That's where you got to come from.
People have got to love it.
They've got to love it.
Got to love it. You got to get those game designers to do interviews and put that out.
Yes. And listen.
And if you have the game designers sitting there with a bunch of spreadsheets in front of them going, well, we've found through our research that
there's a 0.7%
guess how many people are
increase.
going to believe that they love that game?
Yeah.
No one.
Not a one, dude. And there's no other way. There's no other game like that right now. There's Overwatch, but it's first person and it's different and it's not as good. It's not the same thing. I cannot. I've been trying since I uninstalled the game to find another game to scratch that itch that game has given me to play a tank and to do all this stuff that I want to do. It doesn't exist. So I'm just sitting with a void in my heart.
Yeah.
Because
waiting for someone to put something out.
Waiting for someone to put something out, or for NetEase to get their act together.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Because I'm not playing it. And there's a million people who are making that same decision. So what time are we at?
We're at an hour.
Okay, so we'll wrap it up. Guys, listen.
So why does art matter? Why does beauty and passion matter? How does that... Where do you get that from your worldview? Why do we love things of beauty? Why do we have these urges to find good things, to seek relief from the sin-stained world? It's because we are constantly seeking peace. Every human being wants to find peace. Whether or not they acknowledge that that's what they are doing, everyone is trying to find peace in some way. And we do it through all manner of poor methods, through substance abuse, through promiscuous sex, through chasing money, prestige, fame, acknowledgement, whatever it is. And these things are ultimately not satisfying. You can look up any number of super wealthy people or super successful people, and those who have come full circle, who have been honest and public about the satisfaction that they find after they've reached whatever their goal is. Olympic level athletes, huge NBA stars, playboys, whoever has reached the very, Russell Brand would be an example of just like had any woman he wanted, was very promiscuous, and has come back and is like not satisfying, not peaceful, and whether or not you believe he's actually regenerate is, irrelevant. He has at least denounced that lifestyle as not satisfactory and not godly. And I'm not advocating for everything that Russell Brand says today. He's still a very coarse person in a lot of ways. But We seek beauty because we are made in the image of God and we want beauty and peace. We are little creators, and so in a small way, Ethan and I are seeking to do something beautiful, and that goes beyond just this podcast. We are in the background. We're spending far more time developing other things that we think will be far more enjoyable than this podcast is.
Yeah.
This podcast serves a different purpose. Hyper Premium is going to be making things of worth and beauty, and that is the goal, our stated goal, and our prayer is that we create beautiful things, create entertaining things that are not degenerate.
Yeah. God created the garden the way he created the garden for a reason. God is good. Everything that is opposed to God by that nature is evil, is bad. We are built in the image of God. We are, like Jason said, little creators. We are motivated to subdue the earth as we were commanded to do. So it is good to create, and it is good to create things that look like things God would create. That is why beauty is important. That is why truth is important. That is why goodness matters, because God calls us to these things. That is why it matters, because the Lord has commanded us to do it. God has set a clear aesthetic boundary in Scripture for what is beautiful and what is not. It's a very, very broad box. It's a big box. If you exit that box, you are in the world of the ugly and the downtrodden. You are in the world of the synthetic and the stupid and the wasted. That is where you are. We have spent almost 30 years in the world of the stupid and the wasted and the ugly. It's over. It's our time now. It is time for goodness, truth, and beauty to become the focus, not of niche media, but of all of it. Everything that will be made. I believe the vast majority of the things that will be made moving forward will be redeeming. It will be at least 51% redeeming. That doesn't mean everything that's going to come out is going to be awesome. It's going to be gangbusters. It's going to be something you can take your kid to see, right? Yeah. But
right.
There are going to be things that elevate. There's going to be a lot more elevation out there. My advice. Get good at something. Now. Right now. Because the tides are turning, whether you believe it or not, whether you want to participate in the new system or not, it is coming. The people in charge want something very dark. They are not going to get it. They are not in control. They are not in charge. They do not have the final say.
Christ is Lord.
Christ is Lord.
This is his world. And we are his servants, and we are going to do our best prayerfully to do his will and to bring beauty into it.
And when
and
things,
to seek peace.
When the other shoe drops and these people are put either to spiritual death or literal death, you are going to want to have a skill set to help contribute to a world that is good. And so my advice is to build a skill that will help become an artist in what you do. Become an artist mason, become an artist plumber, become an artist coder, become an artist electrician, become an artist doctor, become an artist cab driver, develop what you do into an art form so that when people see it happen, they get out of your cab and they go, "Did you see that guy?"
When I was doing air conditioning, one of the most satisfying things was brazing copper together.
Yeah.
Which is to heat up the two metal surfaces of pipe.
Yeah.
With a acetylene oxygen torch, and then to put a stick of the whatever the filler is and have it melt onto it, and
Yeah.
you would heat up the big end so it would suck the braze metal into the joint
yeah.
and solidify the two. It was very satisfying.
Yeah.
And the color changes, you could tell how hot the metal was by the color change.
Yeah.
Once it kind of turned a silvery color, you knew it was hot enough to melt the braze material. And you'd have to rotate the torch around. So there was an art to it,
Yeah.
to not have it all globby and awful looking, but to have it a pretty smooth joint at the end. Yeah, there is artistry in the trades.
In everything you can do. Become Japanese, dude. If you're a shelf stalker, become such a good shelf stalker that your boss weeps.
Yeah, walking down your aisle after you've faced everything.
After you've faced everything, and everything is so balanced.
It's like, wow.
Wow. Look at the colors.
This is done to a meticulous and beautiful extent.
Yes.
Shoppers will love walking down this cereal aisle.
Yes. Become an artist. That is my advice to you. Become an artist.
If you do that in your lowly job now, if you are faithful in little, God will make you faithful in much.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Okay, guys, that's it. The world's coming back. Okay, just be excited about that. Don't get all depressed and weepy or whatever. Just don't be.
Be optimistic. We've won the war. These are just battles.
Yeah, these are just battles. And we've been in a tactical retreat for 30 years in the West. That's over. Okay.
There's been a bit of stumbling and
yeah,
and begging and surrender.
Yeah, it's fine.
But
that's over. We've got the power. It's time. Whether people want to complain and say, "Well, we shouldn't do it that way. That's mean." Whatever. Blah blah blah. Don't listen. Listen. You can't stop a tsunami. All right. Your best bet is to just get out of the way. Okay, and that's what we are now. These people don't stand a chance. Their world is over. What you're watching is them spaz out because they're scared.
The death throes of the old culture.
Yeah, you're watching the death throes of the old culture as the birth pains of the new. And that's what they are. They're birth pains, right? You know, we're seeing these birth pains. People are making some mistakes, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
People will trip and
angry,
fall.
Lashing out.
Yeah.
That's not good, but understandable under the circumstances.
Yeah, it's coming. So just gear up, maybe fire up Halo 2 just to remind yourself to go, oh man, this is about to be every game that's made for the next 20 years is going to be like this. I can't wait.
Yeah.
And just get excited, dude. Get excited. Get some rest, okay? 10 minutes a day. It's a little escapism. Get some rest. Go for a walk. Maybe
do a little gardening. Get your hands in the soil. And there's nothing like that feeling.
Yeah, I'm picking up hunting this year. That's what I'm going to do.
Pull some weeds. A freshly weeded bed is a beautiful thing.
And it smells good.
Oh, my goodness.
It smells so good. Yeah. Okay, guys, we love you. We're out. We are praying for you. In all of this, in all of your work, please remain diligent about attending a good church. If you're a young guy who does not have a woman yet, please find her, marry her.
And have some babies.
Guys, we love you. We're out. See you next time. Bye-bye.